to know where to start when there's just so much shystery that's come to light these days. Of course, none of it is new. It's just that more people have become aware of the issues. As part of Obama's economic policy, he wants to charge a windfall tax to the oil companies. As I'm sure he thoroughly researched the issue before pooping out the idea, I can only wonder why he forgot to mention that from 1992 to 2006, the oil industry earned profits of $900 billion. Of course, they also spent $1.2 trillion on exploration and development, so let's shove that oversight under the rug. But Representative Steve Cohen, a Democrat from Tennessee, argued that oil industry profits are unconscionable and that oil companies are gouging the American public. But he left out that on average, 15% of the cost of gasoline at the pump goes for taxes, and a measly 4% has gone to oil company profits over the last 3 years. And while Exxon has paid on average $27 billion in taxes annually based on just their 4% of oil profits, which is already as much as the bottom 50% of all individual taxpayers, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, a Democrat from California, still blasted the oil companies. We should socialize all the oil companies and take them over,
so that we can also screw them up as well as we screw up everything else.
Jimmy Carter, arguably one of our most effective presidents, tried that too. Oil production plummeted, and prices skyrocketed even more. Gotta love them Dems.
We have an administration that is refusing to do anything to expand the capacity that we have except more and more drilling, and that is not the answer,
says Representative Wasserman Schultz, Democrat from Florida. So, the claim is that increasing refinery capacity would add more product to the market and would help bring gas prices down. But Democrats argue that oil companies have been reluctant to invest in refinery capacity, which is suggestive of price fixing. Price fixing? The refiners are frickin' broke, idiot. Does she even realize that the refiners have actually been losing money hand over fist with oil prices skyrocketing? Someone's price fixing all right, but it's certainly not the refiners. But of course, that's the call sign of a true socialcrat. Let companies take all the risks and eat the losses and bitch about profits if they ever manage to make any. Too bad we all can't legally print more money and run huge deficits. How about you just refine it yourself, bitch? And how about dropping that 15% gas tax?
No way.
If 4% in profits goes to the oil companies and Exxon alone pays $27 billion in taxes a year, given a 32% tax rate, that means Exxon's oil drilling has added over $343 billion annually to the treasury in taxes. Where's that story? What's the government doing with that money, you wonder? Spending it on more working groups designed to avoid drilling for oil? Like using ethanol instead? What morons! Google ethanol on the internet and you'll wonder how any idiot didn't know what the repercussions would be. But the hard-working American media did what they were told to do. They made really cool commercials and wrote glowing articles about our exciting ethanol future. Why drill when we can drive what we eat and it grows back every year? And what to feed the starving kids in third world countries, not to mention here at home? Let them eat crack. Did I say that out loud? That's not politically correct. Our mentality is just classic. Like Greenspan saying there's really no way to predict anything, and there's no way to ever tell all the crazy consequences of these world-shaping policies. But hey, let's give it a good old try anyway, over and over and over again. Political huffing and puffing and creating stupid policies makes our constituents think we're earning our inflation-proof salaries. The politicians blaming the oil companies for lying and cheating, about what I have no idea, but they provide no evidence whatsoever.
I can't say that there's evidence that you are manipulating the price, but I believe that you probably are.
Again, that's from Representative Wasserman Schultz. Maybe the problem is trying to legislate more oil without drilling. Repeated bank bailouts without any real recourse, spewing out cheap credit, and killing the dollar in the process?
Oh no, we're broke, help us, Federal Reserve!
Bam! You're broke! We own you! And your little dog too! We own everything! Hey, you need a loan? We give you a good bargain, especially with high interest credit card. If you think prices are high now, just you wait until we're out of the recession, when people suddenly find they have a little extra money to spend on more stuff like, say, food, energy, and precious metals. And hell, the new iPhone too. Of course, you'll probably be buying it all back from the big banks who used all the free Fed money to buy it up first on the cheap. Gotta save the system, right? Put out a trough for the hungry, and suddenly out of the blue, everyone's starving. Elephants first. Crack babies next.
No!
What a shakedown. It's awesome. And the American people just sit back and take it and take it and take it.
Ouch.
I'm not saying modern Republicans are any better. The main difference is who pays them off to waste money. They both take big advantage of the Fed's inflationary tactics to hide their expenditures, and the Democrats take it a step further by adding even more taxes to boot.
Wow, you're rich. Give it to me, bitch. Ouch.
Ron Paul is the only candidate who actually cared to make a difference, but there's no big money in making him look cool.
Shut up and pass the remote. Dang, oil prices too expensive to take a trip. Oh well, pass me the 40 and cook me up some pork, bitch.
1923 Germany is practically knocking at our doorstep, and all we care about is what president can make us the most cool-sounding promises, no matter how unrealistic. If we permanently removed all the corruption and leverage from the banking and monetary system, instead of giving the thieves at the Fed even more power and reducing the government and its spending by 75%, there would be no need for all this Democrat and Republican shite. With the strength of a solid currency, along with free market competition and low taxes, no one would have a problem getting affordable health care or anything else that they need for that matter. Would you believe that the Roman Empire got by through most of its existence with a 5% inheritance tax and a 1% sales tax, which increased slightly in times of war? What's really amazing is how there's been practically no mention in the media whatsoever of Iran's new oil exchange that finally opened in February and trades in just about every currency except the dollar, which marks nearly to the day the beginning of this last huge price move in oil. Before this, all the other oil markets were denominated in US dollars. But don't worry, they'll take care of that soon enough. Whether we do it ourselves or have, Israel do it for us, we've got to set those Iranians straight. Get rid of their nukes. Shooting live over Iran, coalition bombers are now lined up to take out Iran's nuclear facilities. No, wait. Oops, bam! Dang! Something went wrong. One of them seems to have missed. They seem to have hit something else. What is that? Oh, it looks like some kind of oil exchange. How'd that happen? It's totally awesome. You gotta love it. Next target? The internet. Can't have the people learning about candidates such as Ron Paul. That was a close call. Just wait till people go to check out ronpaul.com and their browser says it's not part of their internet subscription plan. Well, no big deal. You'll just bitch and moan a bit, get that second or third job, and go back to surfing for porn or creating some sporn.
Now that's hot.
As a final note, oil stocks have been making lower highs with oil at record prices, and even crappy over-the-counter bulletin board oil stocks have been making explosive moves lately, which is a good sign that the current move is likely near an end. I also sold off some oil stock holdings in the past weeks. It still always amazes me how fast they can turn. While there's still a slight chance oil may bump around and make some new highs around the $150 a barrel level, I think it's done for now. But watch out once we come out of the recession.